And now, to introduce your entertainment for this evening, please welcome Mary O'Connor Galliani.
Hello, hello, Leisure World. Look how wonderful you all look. And it's so great to see so many of you still alive. I love you too. As I look out on all these white heads, I feel like I'm living in a box of Q-tips. Never mind, I'd have white hair too if it wasn't for Winsome Wheat. I am representing Enter Laughing. I'm from New York. Some of you may have noticed that. Yay! I come from an Irish Catholic family. I had 6 older brothers. Oh. And I am not spoiled. They were rotten to me, every one of them. My oldest brother, Anthony, got married to a beautiful girl named Kate, and Anthony was very religious. I don't know where he got it, but he wanted to join a very Orthodox church. So he and 2 other couples went to see this priest, and the priest said, listen, if you want to join this church, you have to abstain from marital relations for 1 month. Oh my God. You're not kidding. So 1 month, one couple was in their 60s, and they said, well, we think we can do it. We really want to join the church, and we'll make every effort and try that. And then there was a couple in their 40s, and they said the same thing. They'd work on it. But Kate and Malachi had just gotten married, and they said, well, you know, we're newlyweds. We don't know if we can do this, but we'll try. So a month later, everybody comes back, and the couple in their 60s said, well, we did it. We abstained for a month. And the priest said, well, you are welcome in our church. And then the couple in their 40s said, well, we managed it too. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. And they said, well, you're welcome in this church. So Malachi said, well, after the second day, Kate bent over to pick up a can of peas, and I lost it. I made love to her right there on the floor. He said, well, you're not welcome in this church. She said, that's okay, we're not welcome in Ralph's either. My brother Anthony was such a prude, and he marries this beautiful girl, and he was so jealous of her. So one night he came home from work, and he found her standing stark naked, looking in the mirror. He said, what are you doing, looking in the mirror? What are you doing standing there like that? Who told you to do that? She said, well, I went to the doctor today, and he said that I had the most beautiful girl body he'd seen in 20 years. So I'm having a look for myself. He said, did he say anything to you about your big fat Irish ass? She said, no, he never mentioned you at all. Now, my brother Joe is a poet, he's the intellectual and a loner. So it was not unlike him to go to a restaurant by himself. So here he is sitting in a restaurant, and he sees this beautiful woman sitting across from him, and she's all by herself. So he doesn't say anything, but he's watching and watching. The waiter comes, and he puts pepper on her salad, and she sneezes. And her eye popped out of her head, her face, and he caught it. So he's a gentleman, he brought it back to her. So, she said, well, I know I have ruined your dinner. This is awful. I'm so embarrassed. He said, oh, no, don't say anything about it. It's nothing, please. She said, I see you're all by yourself, and my guest didn't arrive today. Would you like to have dinner with me? He said, that would be wonderful. So they had dinner together, and she said, I have theater tickets. How about coming to the theater with me? And he said, I'd love to do that. So they went to the theater. They had a great time. He took her home. And at her door, she said, if you come back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I will make you the best breakfast you ever had. He said, well, I'll be here. You know, he shows up at 9 o'clock, and he says, do you do this for everybody you just met? She said, no, but you caught my eye. moving right along with my brothers, we're down to Brian now. Brian is a cat lover. So, and he became very wealthy in computers. But he lived in a big mansion on Long Island in New York, and he had to go out of town, and he calls my brother Jimmy to come and watch the cat. Well, Jimmy was no cat lover. So Brian comes back from the trip, and he said, "How's my cat?" And Jimmy said, "The cat's dead. He fell off the roof." I said, "Well, what do you mean the cat is dead? That was a Persian cat. I had him for 15 years. I love that cat. How do you tell somebody your cat is dead, it fell off the roof? Can't you be nice? Can't you say, he climbed out the window, he walked over there, he was on the roof, and he fell, and..." No, he fell, he's dead, he fell off the roof. What a thing to do. "How's Mom?" Said she's on the roof. My brother Rory had a parrot, you see? I mean, all these brothers. Rory had a parrot, and the damn thing wouldn't do anything except say, "Who is it?" He tried to teach this parrot to say all kinds of things, and the parrot said, "Who is it?" Well, one day he had a leak in his sink, and he called the plumber, and the plumber said, "I'll be there in an hour." So he had to run out and get something, and he thought, "I'll be back before the hour." So the plumber came, and he still hadn't come back, and he knocked on the door, and he said, the parrot said, "Who is it?" And the plumber said, "It's the plumber." And the parrot said, "Who is it?" And the plumber said, "It's the plumber." And the parrot said, "Who is it?" And the plumber said, "It's the plumber." And the parrot said, "Who is it?" And the plumber said, "It's the plumber." And the poor man had a heart attack and dropped dead right there on his seat. And then Rory came back and found him lying there on the mat. He said, "Oh my God, who is it?" And the parrot said, "It's the plumber." Now we're down to Jimmy, who made sure the cat went to heaven. So Jimmy tells Brian, "Don't worry about your cat, I happen to know it's in heaven." And the cat goes to heaven, and he sees St. Peter, and he said, "St. Peter, I don't want to be around people. I hate people. I want to be left alone. I want peace and quiet here." And St. Peter said, "Look, it's heaven. You can have whatever you want." So he takes the cat off to this beautiful cloud, and he said, "I'll check on you in a few days." And then these little mice come up to heaven, and they say, "We want roller skates. We want roller skates." St. Peter said, "Well, it's odd, but you can have what you want. It's heaven, isn't it? You know." So he gets the little mice roller skates. A couple of days later, he's checking on the cat, and he sees the cat, and he said, "Well, cat, are you happy now?" And the cat said, "Am I happy? It's glorious here. It's beautiful, it's peaceful, I don't have any problems. And those Meals on Wheels." Now let's come down to me. Don't you just hate this aging thing? Everything I have has fallen, and what hasn't fallen doesn't work. I decided it was about time I was going to get my boobs lifted. Hi. So I went to this doctor, and he said, "You know, you don't really need this surgery. Why don't you do these exercises? If you do them for at least 3 weeks, you'll probably be fine. You won't need the surgery at all." So I thought that was great. And I did them religiously. And then I was going to go to Pechanga, and I went for the bus. Nobody was there on the bus except the driver. So I got on in the bus, and I went. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And if I do this every day, up my boobs will go. The bus driver turned around and said, "You go to Dr. Green." He said, "How do you know?" He said, "Hickory dickory dock." And now I am going to invite my handsome husband to come out and sing for you.
I've got the world on a string. I'm sitting on a rainbow, got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. I got a song that I sing, I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger. Lucky me, can't you see I'm in love? Life's a beautiful thing, as long as I hold that string. I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. Oh yes, I've got the world on a string, I'm sitting on a rainbow, got the string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. I'm in love with you. Life's a beautiful thing, as long as I hold that string. I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. Yes, I've got the world on a string, I'm sitting on a rainbow, got the string around my finger. What a world, oh yes, what a life. Hey now, can't you see? I'm so in love. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much. All right, I will. Will you be quiet? Hey, Rick. Rick, knock it off, she said. Yes? Yeah, take this one.
I don't need this one. See, he's doing it. Men are so clever with instruments.
Oh, that's my wife, the lovely Mary.
Listen.
Yes.
You did that beautifully, just the way I taught you.
You taught me?
Yes. Now sing Witchcraft.
You know, you're a little pushy.
I'm pushy. You're the pushy one. Now sing Witchcraft.
Witch.
What?
Witch, I said witch. Those fingers in my hair, that's like come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft. And I've got no defense for it, the heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one I'd never switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. Cut it out. Fingers in my hair, that's like come here to stare, that strips my conscience bare. Look what she doing, using witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know that it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. pitch, but one I'd never switch, oh baby, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. You and your witchcraft, wicked, wicked witchcraft. That's the end.
I'm molting. Oh my God. Listen.
Yes, I'm listening.
It's just about time you let me sing.
You sing? No, you're a comedian. You don't sing.
What do you mean I don't sing? I sang on Laverne and Shirley. I'm a professional singer.
Yes, I know, but that was a comedy. And if you sang, everybody would leave.
Oh, how rude. How many of you want to hear me sing? Yeah. They want to hear me sing.
Now you gotta follow me. You have to.
I'll follow
you.
you.
Just come in when I tell you.
Okay, whatever you say, honey.
All right, now you're ready.
I'm ready.
Day in, day
out.
Perfect. That same old who follows me about. Oh yes. The same old pounding in my heart whenever I think of you. And darling, I think of you day in and day
out.
Oh yes, that's perfect. Day
out.
Day in. I needn't tell you how my day begins. When I awaken with a tingle. One possibility in view. That possibility of maybe holding you. Come rain, come shine, I need you, and to me that day is fine. Then I kiss your lips, and the pounding beat comes. The ocean roar. 1,000 drums. Can't you see it's love? Can there be any
doubt?
When there is day in, day out. Right, that's it. Day in, day out. Day in and day out. For love me Mary. Day in.
You stole my note. That was my note.
You couldn't hit that note if you got on a ladder. Now, get out of here.
He is so mean to me.
I would like to sing for you now, ladies and gentlemen, an aria. And it's in Italian. I'm not ready, but he's ready. It's L'Adone Mobile from Rigoletto. And it goes like... La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero, sempre un amabile, leggiadro viso, in pianto in riso e menzognero. La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero All right, there we go. È sempre misero chi a lei s'affida, chi le confida, ma il cauto il cuore pur mai non sentasi felice appieno, chi su quel seno non liva amore. La donna è mobile, qual più malavento, muta d'accento ed in pensiero. Ed in pensiero.
Thank you very much. That was from the opera Rigoletto, where the Duke is singing about the women that he could get at the snap of his finger. Women were fickle, he said. And speaking of fickle women, I would like to invite my wife up here to join me in a little song.
Did I hear you say you could get me at the snap of a finger?
No, I never said that, no.
You better not. Did he say that? Yeah.
I hear singing and there's no one there. I smell blossoms and the trees are bare. All day long I seem to walk on air. I wonder why. I wonder why. I keep tossing in my sleep at night.
You keep me up.
And once more I've lost my appetite. Stars that used to twinkle in the skies are twinkling in my eyes. I wonder why.
You don't need analyzing.
Oh, baby.
You're not so surprising that you feel very strange but nice.
Oh, nice.
Your heart goes pitter-patter. I know just what's the matter, because I've been there once or twice. Put your head on my shoulder. You need someone who's bolder. I rub down with a velvet glove. There is nothing you can take, honey, to relieve that pleasant ache. You're not sick, you're just in love. You don't need analyzing. It is not so surprising.
I smell
very strange but
trees are bare. All day long I seem to walk on air. I wonder why.
Because I've been there once or twice. Put your head on my shoulder. You need someone who's bolder. I rub down with a velvet glove. There is nothing you can take to relieve that pleasant ache.
In my eyes,
You're just in love.
Galliani, right here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Where am I going? I'm not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere.
No, I'm not going anywhere. Yes. Rick, you want to come up here? No. Shut up. Yeah, it's always some guy who yells out in the dark, but will he come up here and face that light? I don't think so. Okay.